This is Father Mike with our next lesson on the Mass, which is about the procession. But before we get into that, I just want to remind everyone a lesson that I learned a long time ago. When we come to celebrate Mass, we are called to let go of me so that we can enter we. In other words, so that we can be the body of Christ. And so sometimes we have to do things that maybe we're not thrilled about doing, but we do them because we want to participate and be the body of Christ. So this lesson is on the procession. Now I want to remind everybody that everything we do in church has a symbolic meaning. So the question here is, if we want to get up to the altar, why do we start in the back? Because it means that we are on a journey as Christians. And we have the crucifix or the cross first in this. It's kind of like at a parade, the American flag is the first thing. And people walking behind it are basically saying, I'm an American, I stand for those things that flag stands for. We are saying, I'm a disciple. I'm going to follow Jesus, even to the cross. So the cross is the first thing in the procession. Ordinarily, on a very, very special occasion, we would put incense in front of that. That's almost like clearing the way. But ordinarily, we would have a cross and candles. Why candles? Because Jesus is the light of the world. So if everybody is called to participate in the procession, why don't you all get in line with us? Well, it would get kind of messy, because then trying to get to your seats, it would just be kind of a difficult thing. So we have representatives, ministers in church are in the procession, and everybody else participates by singing. That's how you're part of the procession. That's how you say, yes, I am walking with Jesus. I'm walking behind Jesus. I'm following him to the place where heaven and earth meet, to the altar. Now, I want to tell you about 3 things that we need to know during Mass. They're the ABCs of bowing during liturgy. We bow to A, the altar, because the altar is the place where heaven and earth meet, where God gives himself to us completely. We give ourselves to God, and so we're honoring that place. We would bow to B, if he were here, the bishop. The bishop is a symbol of our unity. We're not just St. Joseph Parish, but we are the body of Christ, universal throughout the world, and we are under our bishop. He is our guide, and so we bow to him to honor that. And C, we bow to the cross. So in our church, we have a cross right above the altar, and so you're actually bowing to both at the same time. Now, if you were in the procession and carrying the cross, you wouldn't bow to the cross because you're already carrying the cross. You might bow your head, but that's all. But basically, what we do is we come in, we come to the front. It's all part of our journey. And the ministers bow before the altar. They come, and the priest and deacon will then reverence the altar in a more intimate way by kissing it at the beginning of the Mass. And then we continue. But you know what's going on? You ever notice that our music in our parish doesn't stop as soon as we get to the front? Because it's not just about getting to the front. Again, letting go of me and entering we. We are becoming one praying community. These are really called the gathering rites. And so it's to help us to become that one praying community. All of us singing together, all of us praying together, all of us giving ourselves to God and each other.